Oh, hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, otherwise known as Pablo Escobar, and in today's video we're taking a look at the Elitas travel website and the Swift helicopter, ladies and gentlemen, retailing for $1.5 million, and it is a Pegasus vehicle, so you'll need to call Pegasus to get it in, ladies and gentlemen. But if you own yourself a hangar, you can then convert the Pegasus vehicle into a personal vehicle simply by storing it in your hangar, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so this is the, what the hell is it? This is the Swift, ladies and gentlemen, up against the Maverick, don't you know? This is a standard Maverick that you can pull off the map anywhere around the map, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the Swift is in fact getting ahead of it there, and it's going to get around the corner. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, it is the cornering that lets this particular helicopter down, don't you know? It is rather fast and rather rapid as a form of aerial conveyance. Its handling, ladies and gentlemen, is extremely stiff, extremely awkward handling in the air, ladies and gentlemen, and that's what's going to slow it down. So point to point, ladies and gentlemen, the Swift's very good. If you've got to do any aerial maneuvering, it's pretty much not, it's no dice, ladies and gentlemen, it's no good. It does beat the Maverick, though, as you've just seen. Okay, the next vehicle, ladies and gentlemen, is the Annihilator. Once again, these vehicles are all pulled off the map. You know, we have not, it should be pointed out, as we didn't show it on this, there are no performance modifications that can be affected to the Swift, ladies and gentlemen. You've only got the paint job there, so this is pretty much standard, so we're trying it up against other standard vehicles. Okay, so what can we say, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, yes, it's going to beat the Swift. The Swift is going to beat the Annihilator around the track there. Okay, next up, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Sparrow. You know, the one that comes along in the Costco. If you've got yourself one of those, if you're not, they really are very good value for money. You know, very expensive, but very good in the end when you do the heist. Okay, so yeah, point to point, once again, the Swift is going to beat the Sparrow, ladies and gentlemen. But handling, ladies and gentlemen, is where it all goes wrong, and it's going to put the Sparrow ahead of the Swift there. Okay, so what can we say about the Swift? Listen, well, it is fast, you know. It's how fast, you may ask? Well, it's as fast as your mother after a glass of Lambrini, you know. The only problem is how hard it is to handle in the air. You know, it's very, very stiff. It's about as stiff as your father in a Turkish bathhouse, to be quite frank with you. But the thing going for it, ladies and gentlemen, certainly is in terms of price. You know, it's cheap. It's very, very cheap. How cheap, you might ask? Well, it's as cheap as your little sister, or if you don't have a little sister, then it's as cheap as your wife or your fiance. Okay, also, ladies and gentlemen, it is sleek. You know, you can look at it there. It's as sleek as a dolphin in running shoes, I'm sure you'll agree. The only problem is, ladies and gentlemen, it can't beat the Sparrow and it can't beat the Buzzard, and that's primarily, ladies and gentlemen, because of that absolutely rotten handling, despite its speed, as I say. Okay, the last vehicle, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try it up against is the Super Velito Carbon. We pulled off the yacht, don't you know? And we're going to put these round the track and see what happens. Now, like I say, it is fast, ladies and gentlemen. This car, I mean, it moves faster than an Englishman invading a sovereign realm. You know, it really is absolutely rapid. The only problem is, like I say, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it is that handling is terribly awkward. It's more awkward than a spotty teenager with an erection. It really is that simple. The other disadvantage, ladies and gentlemen, you know, of course, it's because of how narrow it is. When you try to land it, it can topple over like a toddler with a bottle of brandy. Okay, so what can we say? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it's swifter than a kicker than a ghoulies once you've licked your grandmother's ear, you know. It's more richer than a priest that a nun slip and slide in the air, ladies and gentlemen. But it is streamlined. It's as streamlined as a jellyfish in a wind tunnel, you know, or as streamlined as a Kestra in a gimp suit, and just as horrifying to look at. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you very much for watching.